In today's episode, we're talking about the 5 lies about money that you've been told throughout your life. What are they? Let's find out. Welcome. This is Gull Khan, your money mindset expert. And today we're talking about the 5 lies about money that you've been told throughout your life. And we're going to go and get rid of every single one of them. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about the very first one. The very first lie that I've heard so much growing up, and especially when I was starting business, and especially from those people who don't have much, is this one. That money needs money, right? So you need money to make money. I've heard this throughout my entrepreneurial journey by people, even now when I give people different ideas and so forth. One of the first things that comes, they say to me is, well, I don't really have the initial money. I don't have the initial capital. Money needs money. And you need money to grow money. And it's one of those bizarre truths, right? Because there's an element of truth in that, but not entirely. So let me explain. When you have money, it's easier to attract more money because money likes money. So money likes itself. If you have some money, it likes to come where it is. So for example, if you start putting money into a particular bank account or into a particular account, what you find is over a period of time, more and more money starts to come there because money attracts money. Money attracts money. Okay, so that's kind of thing, the truth and the element to it. And there is some element to it. So as you start making more money, the power of compounding comes in and money comes to you more frequently. So I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that when you have money, you're not able to attract more money. Absolutely not. However, this idea that you need money to make money is a complete falsity. That's not true at all. I have started all my businesses, even the successful ones and the bad ones, actually, with little or no money. And the one business where I put in, it was £100,000 of our savings. It went literally zero. We made nothing out of it. It was a complete and utter loss, right? So what I should have been was more clear and a bit more frugal and a bit more careful with my money. Maybe there's lessons to learn from that business experience. But I've got multiple businesses at the moment now, and most of them are crossing 7 figures. So when I look at my multiple businesses, 2 of them that come to mind actually started with zero money. My coaching business was the first one to start. And I started with very little money. And then when my property business came in, I actually, again, I remember when I first bought properties, I had a little bit of money, not much, but there was an element of refinancing and, all the other things all the creative way to finance properties at the time. There was a way around it. I'm sure that kind of finance is no longer available because I think that one went out. But still, the point being, all the different opportunities out there, the people that I've seen, the people that I follow, they've achieved things not because they've had tons of cash beforehand. They just had an idea. So when you have an idea, you can either attract the finance required for it, or you can find a partner or investor, or you can start with very little or low money now, right? Very little money. There's even now, if you want to go into property, you don't really have to have money. You can just have an idea. For example, you can do rent-to-rent strategy. There's many strategies available to you if you want to go in that field, which require little or no money. I'm into acquisitions now. I like buying businesses, and pretty much it's little or no money down deals. That's the kind of deals I'm looking for. Again, very little money required. It's about brain power. It's about understanding and learning and knowledge and so forth. Those are things which are important. So when people say to you, oh, money needs money, or you need money to make money, it's a complete falsity. Yes, when you have a certain amount of money starts coming to you in more ferocious speeds. Absolutely, hands down, I accept that. But you don't need money to make money. So that's the first lie. And I really want to, completely, bust that myth at all. That's not true. And you don't need money to make money. Yes, you will make money a lot faster once you have some money, but that's not what you need for when you first get started, okay? That's the first lie. The second lie is money is hard to make. So it goes hand in hand with the first one. Money is hard to make. In my line of work, I see people who on all different areas, from all niches, traditional brick and mortar businesses to online businesses to creative businesses to real estate business, you name it, I've seen it. And honestly, when people are in the flow, it's not hard work. Making money is not hard. making money is hard when you're stressing, when you're struggling, when you're in the scarcity mindset. So before you start thinking about making money, you need to work on your mindset. And I said this time and time again to people. In the business is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. Honestly, trust me, it really is. 80% is mindset and 20% strategy. So when you work on your strategy, when you work on your mindset, strategy becomes easy, and it's implementation, which you can do. And as long as you're not in your own way, which a lot of time, because of your mindset you are, you can make things happen with ease and grace. So making money is not hard work. And especially if you go and monetize a passion of yours. For example, from all my businesses, I think my coaching is the one that I've been told to let go of because it makes the least amount of money, yet it's the one that I have the most passion for. It's the one that gets me fired up. It's the one that makes me the most happy, I suppose. And for that reason, I don't think I will ever give up coaching. Maybe I'll do it in a different capacity at some point, but I won't be able to dedicate as much time to it as I do at the moment. But I would never give it up because I love it. I absolutely love what I do. I love talking to people about money. I love talking to people about the mindset. I love talking to people and helping them transform their lives. So I love what I do. So I make money by coaching, which I absolutely love. So it doesn't seem like working. It seems like talking to friends and talking about a topic that I'm passionate about, right? So I'm monetizing my passion. So making money is not hard, but if you believe that making money is hard, it will be. So this is one of the greatest lies we've been told, that making money is hard and you have to work really hard for money. And this is one of the major paradigm shifts that I do for my clients in my mastermind, because most of people who come from middle class, working middle class, upper or lower middle, whatever, upper or lower middle class, and even working class people, families, you have these ideas, this belief that making money is hard, and it takes hard work to make money, which is the case. It's not really the case. It's not actually the truth. And that's why we need to bust that myth. Okay, so that's lie number 2. Lie number 3 actually goes hand in hand with lie number 2, which is money is hard to keep. Now, if you've had financial traumas in your life, you would believe that it's difficult to invest and it's difficult to keep hold of money. And I've been guilty of that. I've thought, okay, my mother's had all these traumas with money and she never was able to make any property for herself and she never was able to keep money and everyone betrayed her and blah, 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 blah. And I realized that I was feeding into into the energy and bringing that energy into my life, which meant that I was having this element of betrayal in my life. And I was having all these, losses and all these investments too. So it was just basically energy that I was carrying. Right? Money is not hard to keep. Money is actually very easy to keep. As long as you have a friendly relationship with money, as long as you have a positive, relationship with money, money is easy to keep. So this is another one of those lies. If you find that money doesn't stay with you, if money, it's difficult for you to keep money, then stop blaming money for it. Then realize there's something within your energy which is repelling money, which is causing money to leave you very, very rapidly as soon as it comes. And this is the case where the kind of people I'm working with at the moment, has the case that we're currently focused on helping people, entrepreneurs, make more money and keep more money and get out from the roller coasters of, the boom and bust cycle that they get trapped in. They make money, they lose money, they make money, they lose money. And the reason why that happens, and I'm seeing so often and so clearly, is because they have this really negative relationship with money, this love-hate relationship with money, that causes them to lose the money as soon as it comes. And that's what causes them to have this, feast and famine cycles. So that's myth number 3, that money is hard to keep. The 4th one is, now this is an interesting one, because when I was looking at these 5 lies which I want to talk about money, I didn't want to have the conventional ones that you see in all the articles or whatever. I wanted to talk about something more deeper, something more meaningful. And one of the other biggest lies that I came across about money was that the only way to make money fast was through legal means. So if you've rapidly made a lot of money in a short space of time, within 3 to 5 years or even a year or something, then you must be doing something wrong. And I find this really interesting because when somebody looks at my life, and even 6 years ago when I actually separated from Irfan, from my ex-husband, I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing. I was fully financially dependent on him. This is going back in 2016. In March of 2016, when I found out about his affair. and he and I separated to work on our marriage. Well, that that went down well, didn't it? And I remember at that time we separated, but he was still paying for kids' school fees and paying all the housekeep and everything. We just separated. And and that's the first time I actually thought about it, that if he doesn't pay me anymore, or if I do decide to leave him, I have no means of funding the kids' school fees or anything like that. So I was very conscious of that first time I think I became consciously aware of that. And anyway, long story short, a year later after that, I had no money because all the savings ran out after that. I did find out about I caught him red-handed actually on 31st of August in 2016. So from there onwards, I filed for divorce, and that was the end of that matter. And of course, him being him, he played the financial card, and I had no money. So until 2017, I lived off my savings and sold gold and whatever else I had. But come 2017, I still had nothing. Absolutely nothing. But from 2017, end of 2017, and I share my reasons why I had to learn about all my money blocks and why I went through and how I cleared all this and start making money. But from 2017 to now, I'm talking, I'm recording this podcast in middle of 2022. So that's 5 years. That's not a long period, actually less than 5 years. End of 2017 to the middle of 2022, that's 4.5 years. Within the span of 4.5 years, I now currently have multiple businesses, and I'm not going to go into finances, but I'm very, very well off. I live in a very affluent area. Both my kids are doing well in the private education, which is one of my biggest things. And I'm doing relatively well. Yet that's within 4.5 years, going from sub-zero. I had nothing, literally nothing, and to the point where I am. So did I? And actually, two of my businesses are in the 7-figure mark. And if that's the case, how did I do that in the space of 4.5 years? Rapidly, right? And someone could say, well, that's only possible if you do illegal. I didn't do anything illegal. I started a coaching business, went into property, went to other businesses, and I just expanded further and further and further. I just worked really hard. Yes, I did work really hard. I did long hours, and I still do long hours. But it doesn't mean that I did anything illegal. I didn't. And it wasn't even necessary. And from my experience, I have found it's actually easier to make money through honest means because it has high vibration. And I talk about the 3 different vibrations of money in my workshops. And so when you deal with high vibrational money comes to you more rapidly, and money comes with ease and grace, and it also brings a lot of other abundance. So one of the side effects of making money from high vibration is that you have health and friendship and all the positive things that go with it. It's really good a place to be. So not only are you making money, but you're making money in a way which makes you happy, and people who are paying you the money are happy receiving your services or goods or whatever you're providing. So it's a very, very happy place to be. So you get a lot of not financial abundance, but also happiness and joy and health and everything else that goes with it. So my understanding of money is, as long as you make money from high vibrational, high vibration, which is, now this is a key, you have to do it from high vibration, which means you have to be honestly earned, and you're providing a goods or services which are benefiting someone else, who's helping solve other people's problems. And if that's what you're doing, then you are, you're making high vibrational money. And the only time high vibration money like that goes down is if you start getting disillusioned with how you're making money. For example, if you're making it through a business or a job and you don't like the job or the business, that's when your vibration starts lowering. Otherwise, that's pretty much it, right? High vibration money. And it's very easy to make, and it grows rapidly. It seems like a lifetime ago that I was in that, on the kitchen table, having nothing but 137 pounds come to me. Yet, that wasn't that long ago. That was only like 5 years ago. And so you can make money very quickly. So this idea that you can only make money by cutting corners and by doing illegal means is a complete falsity. I actually think it's a lot easier to make money the right way, the honest way, because then you're dealing with high vibrational money. Simple as that, right? Okay, that's myth number 4. And the last one, this is really, really important. And I want to put this into perspective, into perspective too as well. this idea that believing that money will solve all your problems. So, you have this, I've got this wrong with me, and I've got that wrong with me, and I have my relationships that are on edge, and my this is on whatever. You have all these issues in your life, and you somehow blame money for all your problems. And you believe that making more money will solve all of your problems. Now, this is the biggest lie at all. I mean, I have to say, this has to be one of the biggest lies, because money will not solve all your problems. Okay, you have to own your problems. You have to understand what's causing those problems. 9 times out of 10, you can solve that problem now. More money may or may not solve it, but you can definitely have the solution to that problem right now. You have to get to the root cause of the problems. What's causing that issue? Is it, for example, your relationship with your spouse? Is that in turmoil, and you keep having arguments about money? Well, arguments about money is a symptom. It's a way it's coming out, but the actual issue between you two is communication. There is no true communication. There's no true companionship. There's something lacking and missing in that relationship, and you're blaming money for it. For example, if your health isn't great and you think, well, if I have more money, I'll be able to exercise more and I can eat better. Well, let me tell you this right now. Even if you can't afford to go to the gym, you can walk outside. You can make time out during the day for yourself, and you can exercise. So this idea that I have money and I'll be able to have a private, PT, and I can have a private trainer, or go enjoy this exclusive, I don't know, new fad diet or this or particular thing which will make me healthy, is a complete falsity. Your health is an issue, and then you need to address it right now. More money may or may not help you solve it, but unless you work on your mindset, it's not going to. So I find a lot of times when people think they have problems in their life and money can solve it, they can solve those problems right there and then. And it's actually working on their mindset more than on the money issue. Money just makes life easier. Money makes your life very, very easy. I'm not going to deny that. And I would say, I've been rich and I've been poor, and I definitely think being rich is great and makes life 10 times easier, because you're not stressing about and frustrating over money. But does it solve your problems? No. Why should it? Why would you put all that responsibility on money? Right? Money has a role to play in your life, but it's not your God. It's not the be it end all. You can't say your life begins and stops with money. No, it doesn't. Money is a part of your life, and money should be a friend. Money should not be a foe. So you shouldn't hate money. At the same time, money isn't God. You shouldn't worship money either. Money is something that helps you live a better life. It helps you to experience this physical 3D world life in a much, much easier, much, much better way. And it allows you to experience travel in different countries and luxury eating or whatever have you. And it's a way for you to experience this physical 3D world. It's not a way for you to, your life shouldn't be all about making money. That's what I'm trying to get at. Money should not be all you think about. Yes, you should have a healthy mindset around money. You should have a healthy relationship with money. And that's what I teach. And that's what I encourage you to come to on my workshops if you want to, or pick up my book, Laws of Money, or something like that, or kind of listen to this podcast. Absolutely. I would encourage you to do that. But that's just to work on your mindset, to understand you need to have a healthy relationship with money. If all you do is think about making money, then when are you living? Right? When are you living? Therefore, you cannot put the responsibility on money that once you have money, all your problems will be solved. I can tell you right now, categorically, no. Okay? Your problems will be solved when you're ready to solve your problems, and having more money will not solve your problems. It will actually add more complications to your problems, because problems, the more money you have, the more responsibility you have, and listen, more problems you'll have. Right? So if you cannot deal with your current problems at the moment, you're going to have more difficulty when you're with more money. And it could be like you can say, well, Gull, I'm barely, making ends meet, and my income is far greater. My expenses are far greater than my income at the moment because the inflation is going up and blah 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 blah. And I'm going to play the devil's advocate and say to you, if you know your expenses are exceeding your income, then you need to look at your finances with the help of a professional if you need to, but you need to address and see where you can cut bits out, and you can bring your expenses to below your income. It's a solution you need to work on right now. Yes, you should find ways to make more money. Hell yeah, absolutely. I'm not denying that. But to say that, oh, that's why I'm stressing more because my expenses are greater than my income, then you need to look at your expenses with an honest eye and see how you can reduce them to bring them below your income. Make sense? So you should never put something or someone on a pedestal. Money should not be your one and only goal. Money should be part of the process. You should be living every single day, enjoying your physical body, enjoying the beautiful nature, enjoying your relationships, and yes, making a lot of money. Absolutely, hell yeah. The higher vibration you have, the more happier you are, the more money you will attract into your life. So that's the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoy the 5 lies about money. Well, until the next time, this is Gull Khan signing up. Take care and bye for now.